pull up in forms for nothing. They see me in so many different states like he must be touring or something.
I want to take this time and opportunity to welcome every single person all over the world to this interview on today. We have with us here MikeBeezy.
Hey, what's happening?
RapKing in the building.
I'm in here, man.
Yes, sir.
RapKing.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my fans and everybody over the world who show me love, man.
So we are here at the phenomenal historical studio here in Atlanta, Studio Junkie.
Wham Studios.
And we are going to take this opportunity for all of you who's on Freestyle Media Network, who's on my platform, and also your platform.
MikeBeezy TV.
Alright, so this is a collab, alright? We're doing a collaboration.
Got the network
TV,
with the people, man.
Free Thinkers Media Network, and we're going to talk about something that's really, really important in terms of moving to Atlanta.
Real.
Alright?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about moving to Atlanta. Now, I moved here 4 years ago, and definitely one thing that I gotta say, Atlanta's popping with the movies, with the recording studios, the rappers. This is definitely Black Hollywood.
Entertainment. Any entertainment going on.
So there's about 2,000 people a week, and I did the research that moves to Atlanta weekly. 2,000.
That's crazy.
So out of the 2,000, you have a mixture of everyone. So I want to take the opportunity to ask you a few questions.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've been here longer than I've been.
Yeah, like 5 years now.
5 years,
Yeah.
all right. So for those who's watching this podcast, they're going to be watching it from my platform, yours, all over. You're an independent artist. Please tell me a little. Let your viewers know a little bit about you in terms of who you are, where you came from, and a little about like your journey as an independent artist moving to Atlanta.
Alright, so for everybody who don't know me, MikeBeezy, the RapKing. I'm from Troy, Alabama. I moved to Atlanta in 2017 at the first beginning of the year with I had a plan that I was going to be seen as a rapper. Like, I was going to be seen, and I was like, okay, I'm in Alabama, I'm in Troy, and it's like, people in Troy, they kind of like, I don't really want to call them haters, but they just really behind. Like, if it ain't really got nothing to do with them, they really like, I know he doing it, but it's like, they ain't really good at support. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know anything about Alabama. Is Troy, Alabama, like a small town?
Small, real small. Like, it's like, man, it's so small. Only thing there is Troy University College.
Okay.
But they make it seem like it's two different cities. So it's like if you go to Troy University, I live in Troy, you will never see me. Because you will never go where I be at. That's how they got it. Like, it's like it's a racist town, so they kind of got it like blocked off. You know what I'm saying? So all the people who go to college and all the rich people on this side and all the hood people, and you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The hood projects on one side.
So it's a college town.
It was separated. So yeah, it's a college town, and if you don't go to college there, you might as well not even live there if you're trying to do something productive.
So you're from Alabama. How did you first start? I mean, you're an independent artist who's doing really well in Atlanta. How did you first start with rapping?
Oh man, that goes back to like 9 years old, man. See, I was a poetry writer. I used to write poetry.
Okay.
Up until probably like starting at like 7 to about 13. And so how I got into rapping is because really I got into the streets, started hanging around like, you know what I'm saying, people in the hood, and they used to clown on me for writing poetry. They were like, oh man, what's this little female, you got some little female over there you write poetry for and all that stuff, man. We in the hood, we on the block out here. So I get to around them and they freestyle, they doing their thing and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. And so I do it. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? They like, nah, bro, like, we in the street, bro. You got to talk about this, that, and third. And so it was kind of like peer pressure, my surroundings and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, so I already can come up with rhymes. So it's like, now I just got to talk about what I'm really out here doing. And you know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to be positive around negative people. So it's like,
so the poetry was the gateway to rap.
Yeah.
Right,
definitely.
So for all you poets who's writing poetry, you're watching this. All right, you might be able to contribute to some good lyrics. So you started off with poetry, rapping from Troy. and then of course you're doing your thing in Alabama. What kind of just inspired you to say, okay, Troy, Alabama is not it for me. I need to move to Atlanta to make it.
Alright, so the thing that let me know, hey, I'm moving to Atlanta was I was in Troy and I was doing my thing. I was getting little shows here and there, you know what I'm saying? So a friend of mine reached out to a promoter who's here in Atlanta, who like was looking for talent to come perform at the strip clubs and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so I kind of pretended like I was from Atlanta already. I hit him up like, oh yeah, man, I'm from Atlanta. I'll be there. And so he was like, all right, send me your music, send me your song, and I'll get back with you. So I sent him the song. He was like, oh man, I like that, man. Can you be here? It was like a weekday, you know what I'm saying? I'm working and stuff like that. I got a regular job when I'm doing music in Alabama. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can be there. So I called out, you know what I'm saying? I missed money to go do a free show just to get my name out there. And so just so happens the club I was in was called V Live. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
V Live Atlanta. And at the time I didn't know T.I. owned the club.
Okay.
So I'm in the club and I'm at the top. It's like 3 levels. So I'm at the top when I first walk in. I see a person down there just throwing money. I see money everywhere. Like, God dang, you know what I'm saying? This is my first time ever being in the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm already like looking around, shocked and stuff like that. And so I was like, man, look like T.I. down there. You know what I'm saying? I brushed it off. You know what I'm saying? So I go down there. They call my name and stuff like that. I do my show and everything.
So you was performing at T.I.'s club?
Didn't know it.
Okay.
Didn't even know it. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know nothing about it. The promoter didn't say nothing because like this is close, so they think I'm from Atlanta, so they like, oh man, he probably know already. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't even think to tell me. So I'm like, I didn't know. I done drove for 3 hours. I don't know nothing. Never been to a strip club. I don't know nothing. I just know in Atlanta, strip club popping. If your music popping in the strip club, then you out of there. So I came up there with this mentality. And so after the show, you know what I'm saying? The DJ, he gave me props and everything like that. And so I walked past these 2 guys, one big, one kind of small, and it's him, bro. T.I. Yeah, it's him. It's T.I. for real. It's him in the club with one person beside him, and he ain't even really say nothing to me. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm kind of like starstruck, like, him for real, you know what I'm saying? And so I kind of, that's what made, I was like, hey, I'm going to Atlanta. Like, it ain't nothing going on. I ain't never seen this before. I ain't never been to no strip club. The first time I'm here, I'm performing in this man to come and see it. I got to move here.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that you ain't never been in a strip club until that day?
Until that day, bro. Never. Never, bro. And I'm in here performing for a person that like could change my life.
And you wasn't nervous? I mean, the first time you see a whole bunch of naked women.
I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous. I was more starstruck, kind of like, because I was like, dang, this Atlanta, like, this is what they've been telling me about. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here, and you ever been to V Live? Because I done been to a lot of strip clubs.
I have been in a few other strip clubs, but never been to V Live.
V Live, to me, no disrespect to none of the strip clubs, but V Live, to me, is the best. It's the most upscale, got the best vibes, got the best quality.
Okay.
All of that. So I got the best experience, in my opinion, the first time. So I'm here.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm
I
here.
think if that was my first time in a strip club and I'm rapping, that would be too much for me. You got T.I., beautiful women. I would have been rapping like, oh
man, look,
shit.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. I look at my performances now and look at the ones from way back then. I'm like, oh man, it's cringy. It's like I thought I was up there going crazy. You feel me? I look at it, I'm like, boy, I'm stiff as hell up there. Like you said, nervous. Then, you know, it's a strip club, and I had to learn strip club etiquette. I ain't know nothing. They like, hey, man, once you go rapper, once you go on stage, you'll never have the money in your pocket. I already have it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm rapping, trying to go in my pocket. It just didn't look good, man. But
I think what you're saying right now is important because I think there's a lot of, I think one of the things reason why I wanted to do this interview with you, because there's a lot of people moving from not just Alabama, all over the U.S. to Atlanta. And out of the thousands of people that are migrating here, probably a few hundreds of them are in the music industry, but they don't know why the do's and the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? So then what happens is they come here with this mindset, and because they don't know what they need to know how to survive, they end up either giving up on the music and doing something else, or they end up going back home.
Yep.
All right, so
I know about that.
your journey, obviously, definitely is successful. Just what can you offer to our viewers in kind of helping them, especially those who are going to be watching us for the first time, right? They're not subscribed to my channel or your channel. So what can you give them as like nuggets in terms of, you know, if you are going to transition from another state to Atlanta? And I'm going to say this. A lot of people talk a lot of shit about Atlanta.
Yeah.
This is the place to be.
It's the place to be.
I don't care what anybody say. This is the place to be. So from your journey, I wanted you to kind of just really talk about, like, to help the viewers, those who either are still here or left, want to come back. And Atlanta has this thing where if you come here, you leave, you end up coming back. Right? It's kind of like this thing where people leave here and they keep coming back.
It's a magnet.
So
you
how
can't never just leave it and not come back.
What was your journey as an independent artist to kind of say, okay, I'm leaving Detroit, Alabama. I'm here. What can you offer the viewers in terms of how to successfully
Make the move.
make the move?
Yeah.
Pros and the cons.
The first thing I'll say is have a plan.
Okay.
First of all, like, I didn't have a plan when I first moved here. I just said, hey, I'm finna move to Atlanta because I just did a show in the strip club and T out there. So my personal experience, without having a plan, moved here, didn't have a place to stay. First mistake, didn't have nowhere to live. So I was literally like living in my car or sleeping on people's couches and stuff because I had booked myself like 2, 3, 4 days in a row, and I'm like not really living here, so I'm still like got a job in Alabama, but I'm like, nah, I'm done with that. So I'm like, this is what I'm finna do. So yeah, I was.
So you're telling me when you first moved here,
like
you didn't have a place to stay.
The first day I got here, I thought I had a place secured. I drove up here. By the time I got to the place where I was supposed to be living at, it was some crazy shit going on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some fighting and some, you know what I'm saying, to where I couldn't live up. So I'm like, damn, I thought I was cool. You feel me? I got me a place. Hey, so now, not only do I not got nowhere to stay, I don't got no job either. So I'm just here. I had like maybe like $800 to $1,000 in my name. You know what I'm saying? But I needed gas money to get to strip clubs and back. Yeah. I needed to eat, so like, I could get a room, but I need that money for other stuff. So like, if I can get some people to, hey man, look, I need to sleep on your couch tonight. Oh, my sister, I need to sleep on her couch tonight. Or somebody who I know who will let me sleep somewhere on their couch. And then it got to the point where I kind of like, man, I ain't finna ask nobody else. I sleep in my car right before the show, cause I might get. They tell me, oh, be here at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull up at 11, sleep for 4 hours, get out. Oh yeah, it's time for me to, you know what I'm saying? Then pull off and just wait till the next. I'm telling you, nobody ever heard this. This raw, real. This is my real life. I ain't never said that. Nobody, I don't know if I'm proud of it, but like you said, hey, my viewers deserve the truth. So yeah, I came here homeless, bro. I ain't have a lot of people like look at me and like, hey, bro, you made it, but you know they don't know the backstory. Like you said, everybody just want to come here and be like that. So that's another thing. Don't expect for it to happen overnight. Don't expect to come here and just because you're in Atlanta, you're talented, you rap, you get in the studio, you drop a song, hit YouTube with it. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you're supposed to do. Don't think it's just gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? It's about networking. It's about meeting people, getting in the room with certain people. You know what I'm saying? It's about learning without even talking to this man. I might be in the room, they having a conversation, and I might, you know what, I was having that same problem. That's how I did, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person, I listen. I don't really talk too much. I listen. I'll be in the room, listen. So I'm always in the studios and the strip clubs, and what helped me was a promoter. He kind of took me under his wing, was like, hey man, look, I fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? So whenever you can tell me how many people you think you can get to pull up, and I can pay you $10 a head. That's how I started to get money. That's how I started to get paid shows, basically helping them promote they, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, look, and then this how I did it. I don't know these people. Hey man, look, you want to get, cause the thing was, okay, they pull up, get there by a certain time, tell them they here to see MikeBeezy, they get in for half price. And I was hitting up 50 people, they don't know me.
I think that's important, what you just said, because I feel like, you know, with the atmosphere of social media, there's kind of like this mentality or a tendency for folks to think just because they have a certain amount of followers that they don't need a support system.
Oh man,
Feel me like they don't need that kind of network.
That was my problem.
You know what I mean? Like you saying that you were able to find that promoter that was able to be like, yo, I fuck with you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Black Sea, man, because I still fuck with Black Sea to this day.
And I think that's important for our viewers, either those who are already here or who's coming in, because sometimes people have bad experiences.
That's a fact.
And then they become so standoffish. You feel me? It's like, oh man, I used to fuck with this person and they did me dirty, and that person did me dirty, so I'm just gonna do it on my own.
That's exactly how it was.
It doesn't work that way. Like,
you can't do nothing on your own, man.
With me, no man is an island. And like for me, even with me, it's just kind of like, I love networking with the right people.
That's facts.
When I get that vibe that person is like the right person. So we know that not everyone in Atlanta are angels.
That's a fact.
Right? So
game.
From what you have learned, what can you tell our viewers in terms of how they should kind of discern the right people to network with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got people here, you know, that they stunt.
Yeah.
They say they got this, and they got that.
Yup.
And they ain't got shit.
That's exactly how
right?
That's exactly how I be.
Atlanta, let's be real. Atlanta got a whole lot of fake ass people.
Yeah, they be capping now.
Right?
They
So
definitely got the cappers.
You got connected with some real people, which is awesome. How do they discern the fake ones? Because I think from your lesson, if you can kind of show us and teach us, how do you kind of come here and not get involved with the wrong type of people?
Yeah.
Which means like folks that's gonna keep telling you shit in your ear, but they ain't nothing really moving.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I mean, really, that come from learning that before I even moved here, like having trust issues from being just really in the streets and knowing like, yo, people talk a good game, bro, and I done had people talk a good game to me and stuff that happened. So I'm the type of person, I ain't gonna believe until you show me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show me, like, we could be cool, we can talk about it, but I'm gonna be like, hey man, like, we gotta make it happen. Like, if you saying, hey, I can put you in the room with this person, like, let's do it. Like, what I need to do to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? And then I can tell by like the way they start talking to me. Oh yeah, man, you know what? I can call them next week. Whatever, but you told me you can get them on the phone right now. Like, let's get them on the phone. So I kind of challenge them to whatever they say they can do. All right, let's do it. All right, you got this month. All right, what happened? All right, let's go. And if you ain't or you don't want to do it, then cool. But I try to pick and choose, like not go to nobody looking for nothing. Not really. Like I don't expect too many people to really do stuff for me, so I don't really get let down if they don't. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, what I'm hearing you saying is like you gotta just.
Sometimes you gotta go through it though to know. Like
that's
sometimes
true.
you can't avoid it. Without only way you will know. Oh, I can't mess with him no more is by messing with him and finding out what type of person he is, what type of business he's doing. So
I agree.
Sometimes it be that, you know. And I had to cut a lot of people off because I'm new here, so I don't really know nobody. So I link up with a couple of people and start seeing, oh man, he ain't tomorrow. He said, oh he ain't dropped no music. Like, how you gonna help me if you? Oh, I can put you in the room here. It's just people talking, but I'm the type of person I got to see it. Let's go. Let's do it now. And if not, then I was like how you said earlier, man. I'm gonna do it on my own. Like, that was my whole thing. Like, I'm gonna learn how to do it. I'm gonna get around the right people who can teach me how to do it.
Facts, man. Facts. I think that you just brought out a real dope ass nugget because it's like people, you gotta go through it, and I think what you just said is so dope because it kind of free individuals from this fear of interacting. You know what I mean? It's almost as if like regardless of whether the person is the right connect or the wrong connect, you're gonna have bad experiences.
You gotta take risks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take that risk, and I think that's important in terms of, you know, the first thing you say, have a plan and be able to take that risk because, you know, there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent in the city, man. Like I met when I first moved here. When I first moved here, you know, I met so many different people, and it's like everybody just had this hustle. And it's like either they're doing T-shirts, art, they graphic designers, models, actors. Now you got these movie studios, Tyler Perry, and all these movie studios bought here. So definitely Atlanta's popping. You know, as far as individuals migrating from wherever you're coming from, whether it is you're coming from Alabama, Philly, New York, LA, you know,
overseas, everywhere. Like everybody know about Atlanta.
Yeah. So in terms for you, you know, there's a point I think when people are growing, it's like there's several phases to growth. Like to start it, to grow it, and to maintain it.
Yeah.
Now you went through you paid the price to start it, right? Where it's like when those of you who's watching, if you move from wherever you're moving from, and you are going to be in the music industry or you're going to start your own business, you're going to have to pay the price. To start, and anything that you're starting all over,
anything,
you're going to have to pay the price. Whether like Mike says, whether you have a plan or not, you're gonna go through it.
You can have a plan.
Don't give up. All right. So to start it, at what point now? The second phase is to grow. At what point now that you begin to grow? How did you know you were growing?
So really, so piggybacking off the strip club joints, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing these shows at strip club, and really the first way I knew I was growing was when I was getting 20 people to pull up, and now I started getting 80 people to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Just to come see me perform. You know what I'm saying? They don't really know me personally, heard my music. They, oh yeah, man, I heard your song in such and such club. Man, I can't wait to see you perform. And I'm like, I never got this type of support in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm like, that's growth. And then I'm seeing my numbers go from 50 views to 500 views. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 views. So I'm like, okay. But it was probably like about a year after just doing the strip club, just putting myself out there and stuff like that. So it's kind of like the city started letting me know I was growing. The people, my supporters who still support me now, they kind of showed me like, okay, I get more people to pull up, more people spending money, buying stuff, you know what I'm saying, just to see me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I never had that before. So that's better than where I was at. So I was like, that's growth, and that's where it started. So I was like, I gotta stay hot, think of something else.
So part of your growth consists of so many different aspects. Right? So you started off with the music. You're wearing a t-shirt. Black Kings. Hold up.
Black Kings, ENT, you know.
Alright, so you got the Black Kings. Alright, so that's the
link up there for y'all to go purchase that
shirt. So you got music, Black Kings. Alright, so that's the growth process. And for those of you who's watching, we're gonna put everything as far as the links on my channel. Of course, on his channel it's gonna be there. So on my channel, We Think It's Media Network, we're gonna put all the links there. Maintain. We're gonna close this with how do you maintain? How did I maintain was I just really had to stay hot, man, and keep doing, like, when I found, like, basically my niche, when I found out what they liked from me, and it was just like my authentic, like, I'm just authentic, and I'm gonna speak on what I'm doing, what I'm going through. So I just started rapping and giving it to them for free. So that's when the challenge came about, the GV365 challenge. I was like, how can I stay on these people, like, mind every day? So I was like, you know what? Drop a song every day. You know what I'm saying? So like so keep working. I just worked overtime and showed them like, hey, this is what I'm doing. But at the same time, I was like still networking with the right people, cause I found out networking is cool, but networking with the
right people,
Right.
saves a lot of time. So
Right.
I started cutting out the middleman and like, you know what? If I want to talk to this person, then I'm gonna reach out to this person.
Right.
So I started hitting up, like just really spamming people's DMs and stuff. Like, shout out to Terrell Owens. He hit me up on some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, you know what? I gotta find more ways to show them what I do when I'm a rapper. So I started battle rapping. I started dropping music all the time, and I started a podcast. Like I just started doing a lot of stuff to stay in they face. You know what I'm saying? Because once I got the fans, now you gotta keep it. So
Right.
now you gotta
Right.
maintain. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
that's what I did. Like I was just showing them like, hey, I'm a workaholic, and if y'all want it, I got it. Whatever y'all want, y'all like bars, it's good.
All right, talking about bars. Got 3 processes of growing in any endeavor. There's a process of starting it, growing, and maintaining. So whatever you're into, whether it's a business, career, education, music, whatever, you're going to go through 3 phases in your life. To start anything, to grow it, and then of course to maintain it. So what you kind of dropped on us, what you dropped on us right now is that the maintenance requires creativity. It requires strong work ethic.
Working harder.
Because it ain't gonna just happen on your lap. MikeBeezy, RapKing.
Yeah.
Bro, kick us with a freestyle.
We want to kick a freestyle on the spot. Alright, so let me put you on the spot there. I want you to kick me like some words, a couple of words. Just cause I have a thing about, I do a word challenge, what I call my podcast.
Alright.
So it's like, you know, we can combine the two. They want to see me freestyle, and I want to see if you can keep up with me, because you know I did it before and I'm undefeated.
All right.
So I'm just saying. So whenever you ready, you throw a word, and I go.
All right. So I'm gonna throw a word. Hustle.
My hustle, born to hustle. That's my flow, hustle and bustle. I came through the city, y'all got muscle. You see it, Black Kings, it's on my chest. I was walking through the streets with a gun, ain't have no vest. That's me, you know, and I had shells on deck. But we ain't gonna talk about that, because this is Free Thinkers Media and MikeBeezy on deck.
Okay.
MikeBeezy TV, you need to tune into that.
Come
and
on.
You know me, man, I keep it, I'm into that. I keep that MONEY. It's the MIKEBEEZZY. You know I had to put the 3 Z's on it because they sleeping on me, why? And I'm just coming off the top, but they don't see me, why? And he ain't threw me another word, see I'm undefeated. I don't even know why they acting like I'm so conceited, because I do it when I don't even want to do it, when I don't even need to do it, when they don't even see me do it. But they know me, boy, they know just how MikeBeezy do it. 24/7, I'm in the studio. Yeah, I'm at Wham, and you know, we just coolin' though. And I keep my hair swinging just like Julio. Yeah, you know me, I keep it young, catching plays like Julio. We in Atlanta. And I'm flying like a falcon. And I don't think they can do it, man. I get high on my balcony. And they can't even see me, because I'm... Alright, that's a little... I ain't gonna give them too much. You know, I can't give them too much for free now. I can't give them too much for free.
Come on.
But,
look,
you know, MikeBeezy TV, man.
MikeBeezy TV in the building.
You feel me?
Free Thinkers Media Network. MikeBeezy.
Hey,
RapKing.
Just for everybody who be told, oh, man, he don't really be freestyling. He be writing that.
Listen. You are natural. You are natural, man.
It's been a long time I did that too, bro. Just to let you know.
It's in you, man. I mean, listen.
Real.
With music, if you got it, you got it. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
That's true.
And that's why I always tell people, it's like, you know, if you know that you're designed to do something, because it's just part of who you are. Like, you can't sleep, you can't rest until you do that thing.
That's a fact.
You may have to suffer to do it.
You might have to.
But it's just who you are, man.
It's worth it.
And you got it.
It's worth it, bro.
You got it. All right, so we're just gonna close up right here.
Yeah.
This is a collab, Free Thinkers Media Network, MikeBeezy TV. All right, so I'm your host, Noel, Michael,
you feel me?
Yeah, we just collabing, and host, co-host, whatever. We're just coming together, making this happen. There's no titles here, and we just want to take this time and opportunity to really appreciate those of you who are watching.
Yup.
Share,
comment. Let us know what's going on.
Subscribe.
Yeah, definitely subscribe.
Yes, sir. Any last words for the viewers before we close?
Check this out, man. Appreciate y'all for showing love to MikeBeezy TV, Free Thinkers Media. You know what I'm saying? Check out the album. It's coming soon. Born to Hustle. We're going to have the links to the single Born to Hustle that's out right now.
Yes,
so,
sir.
yeah, definitely definitely hit the link and hey, enjoy your day.
All right. Now, if you ever out in Atlanta, check us out.
You know it, man. Black Kings.
RapKing, fans telling me welcome back, whatever that mean. Blue hunters, man, that's what attract me. Run circles around them, this attract me. I was born a horse of my mother.